What's up, YouTube? It's QahirTheConqueror here. Welcome back to my channel for yet again another video. Now, before I get started with this video, I would like to say if this video helps you in any way, if you enjoy this video and any of my other content, then please like this and subscribe to my channel. It will help me a lot and I will really appreciate it. The only person that you should be competing with is yourself. Let me say it again. The only person that you should be competing with is you. Now, quick disclaimer, not the point of this video, but okay, yes, in certain settings, for instance, where maybe there might be like a friendly rivalry or like in sports, you technically always are competing even amongst your teammates and things. That's different. And even then still, this will apply. One more time. The only person that you should be competing with is yourself. Now, to elaborate, I say that number one, because of my journey. And number two, because you have to be committed to becoming the best version of you. That's a struggle in itself. It's a struggle pulling yourself up from the things that we go through, no matter what type of life you have. But we all, have those dog days and things like that. So that's a struggle in itself. Sometimes it's a competition with your depressive mood. Sometimes it's a competition with your anxiety. You get the point? You have to compete every day sometimes just to present yourself to the public. So we have people, including myself at one point, chasing ghosts. You trying to compete with Kim Kardashian. You trying to compete with Kanye West. You trying to compete with LeBron James and stuff like that. And you're not even on their level. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just mean you're not even up there with them yet if you might get there. So it's like, why are you worried and focused on whatever they're doing? No, you need to get yourself together. You need to make sure that you're winning those daily competitions with yourself. See, when you're worried about everybody else and everything else, you end up trying to emulate what it is that you want to mimic. I became one of the best versions of myself, and I hopefully am still evolving into better versions of myself. When I stopped trying to compete with people who didn't even know I was in competition with them. There are people who I didn't even know were in competition with me until I kind of started to see the signs. See, the people that we kind of look up to, or the people even that we might envy or, have a jealousy towards, whether it's people in your friend group, your siblings, it could be cousins and relatives. It could be strangers. It could be celebrities we admire. It could be, you get the point. It could be people in our school setting or on our team, our peers. It could be people in our field. They might have a standard that you like and that maybe you feel like you could be competing with them on that level, but you're not set in your own sense of self, if that makes sense. You're trying to do and keep up with a different mindset, a different modality, a different mentality that is not yours. As I mentioned, it's people that I've been friends with, and I've had plenty of friends throughout my life. So this is even applied in different settings all across the board, where instead of just being my friend and being themselves, because of whatever it is that they may be, I'm not even sure sometimes what the source is, but they were in competition with me, trying to meet me and beat me and keep up with me, and then you never made time for you. You weren't competing with you. So there's a part of you that is incomplete because you're trying to fill yourself up with somebody else, something else, if that makes sense. To circle it all back, as I mentioned, when I was trying to keep up with people, maybe it was a guy who could get all the girls, or maybe there was somebody that was really, really smart, maybe somebody that was just really smooth in their persona, somebody that was really, whatever it was, like I mentioned, I was trying to compete with them, keep up with them. You begin to lose sight of you. And then let's say you are blindly chasing in competition. As I mentioned, a lot of times it's rooted in delusion because it's not even mutually agreed upon. It's you competing with somebody that doesn't know you're competing with them. And you lose a sense of self. You lose you, and you start not becoming you. You're not working on you. You're not developing you because you're trying to be like somebody that you're not. The whole point of this is what I'm saying is you ain't them. They are not you. You are yourself for a reason. You have gifts, abilities, flaws, strengths, weaknesses. So do they. And everybody's not perfect. I definitely think it's okay to look up to people and admire people. And there are people that you're friends with. There are people that know you that are maybe in your classes, or maybe they work at your job or something, and they're in competition with you and it's secret. Don't worry about the other people. Now, it's okay, I think, to mirror things that might have proven to be something that could bring you success, that can help you prosper, but not chasing and trying to keep up with the Joneses and keep up with people that you are not. Unless the bar is set equally the same all across the board, you're probably always going to lose. And even if you win, what did you gain? No. Circle it back. You should be focused on you. You should be focused on developing you, competing with yourself. And that is when you breed the true winner, because you block out all the other noise. You block out all the distractions. Just to clear things up a little bit in case this still seems vague, social media. When you scroll and you see that beautiful girl that's posing on the beach, or you see the dude, with all his friends and cheesing, you know what I mean? The guy who has all the girls, or the girl who has all the guys' attention, or the person with all the money and they're in a new Benz or BMW every week or something like that. See, mentally, you start trying to keep up with them. And I don't mean everybody. So if this doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply to you. Don't force it. But mentally, you're trying to be like them. Now you want to emulate that because it seems cool, because it seems within reach, because you see it. But a lot of that stuff, like I mentioned in another video, is an illusion. There are people who you're competing with, and whatever it is that you like about them, that might be just something that they show and present to the world, but that's not really them. That just might be a face that they put on, or you're trying to keep up with celebrities and things like that. You're not even in the same bank account as them. So you will lose that battle. You won't lose yourself by competing with you. Okay, how many push-ups can I do today? How long can I study before getting distracted? How long can I not respond to that person that's bringing me drama or mess? How long can I fast? How long can I lose weight for? Whatever the metric is, do that with yourself, and then look at what you become, who you become, what you evolve into. Not trying to be like Mark, not trying to be like Stephanie, not trying to compete with any of those people, because you can't, because you're not them. But understand that you're never going to develop you fully if you're trying to be like and compete with somebody else that is not you. The hardest battle is to go to war with self, because that is a different animal all in itself. So why don't you start there first? And then once you master that, then okay, sure, try and compete with somebody. But make sure that they know they're competing with you so you don't seem crazy. To summarize the video, compete with yourself. Do not worry about anything or anyone else that is not you, because it shouldn't matter if it's not you. Unless you have every box checked in your life and everything is perfect, which is probably not going to be the case, then focus on you. Have a competition with yourself to become a higher self, to respond differently to situations, to think better in situations, to act better towards people, to act better towards yourself, to learn how to forgive, to learn a new skill, to learn a new trade, to be smarter with your money, compete with yourself, and then watch how, as I mentioned, you start doing that, you start elevating, people are gonna look and they're gonna pay attention and they're gonna start trying to be like you, competing with you, to do what it is you do. And then this video will apply to them then. Thank you. Stay tuned. See you for the next one.